Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I wanted to take you along for a fun fall week in my life, which ended up turning more into 2 or 3 weeks in my life. But I'm someone who's always really enjoyed the fall, but as I've gotten older, I've come to really appreciate all of the beauty that fall brings, the peacefulness that comes along with it, the changing of the seasons, the colors of the leaves, the perfect temperatures. I just really enjoy it all. And the last few years of my life, I think like everyone else, I feel like I really missed out on a lot of opportunities to get out there and enjoy what the seasons have to offer because of the pandemic, work, and lots of other things going on. So this year, I really wanted to make an extra special effort to get out there and enjoy the season. So I planned a lot of fun fall activities for myself and my friends and my family this year, and I thought it would be fun to take you along and show you what I get up to this fall. So I hope this video will bring you peace, comfort, and enjoyment of the season. And I hope it might inspire you to get out and enjoy some fun fall activities of your own. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing some fun fall activities. I'm going to be checking out an apple festival at a local historic village near me and also doing some apple picking, and I thought it would be fun to bring you along and show you all of that. I am wearing my dress that I recently finished making from a vintage simplicity pattern, and it's kind of my first time wearing it out and about, and I think it's perfect for the fall vibes today. So I'll go ahead and show you what I get up to today. So first up, I went to check out this small historic village in a town near me. I actually used to go here as a kid, and I always really enjoyed it. And this historic village was having their apple festival there. They have all sorts of different buildings set up there meant to be like a historic town, an old church, an old blacksmith shop, an old printing press station, and they also had lots of cool spinning and weaving equipment from when people used to spin their own yarn and weave it into cloth right at home. I always really enjoy seeing the old farm equipment as well. I'm kind of a country girl at heart. So walking around here just filled me with so much joy. We also got to make some apple cider out of some fresh, locally grown apples, which was really, really fun. And we even saw a demonstration from the local weaving association, and they were showing us some weaving on a vintage loom that they had there, and it was so interesting. I really enjoyed seeing the loom, and it helped me understand how fabrics are woven and really how they come to life. We also saw some cute farm animals like these ducks and these sheep. That same day, after we went to the apple festival, we actually went apple picking at a local farm. Apple picking is one of my favorite fall activities. There's lots of apples grown locally where I live. They grow really well here in this region of Ontario. And there's all sorts of varieties that you can't get in the store that you can only buy once a year when you go apple picking. We went to a smaller farm and there was almost no one there. So it was just so lovely to frolic through the apple orchards, picking as many as we wanted. And then we took them home to make an apple pie. On our way home, though, we decided to stop at the Rouge National Urban Park. It's actually very close to where we live, but we've never been before. And when we pulled up, we were absolutely blown away by the fall colors. Everything was bright red and fiery orange, and we went at sunset and the light was just hitting the trees beautifully. So it was a wonderful end to a really fun fall day. So one Saturday afternoon, I decided to take a trip to my local bookstore. I have an Indigo right down the road from where I live. And I was looking for some spooky fall reads that would get me in the reading mood. I found a lot of great titles, and I wrote down a lot of titles I might want to read on my phone. But when all is said and done, I ended up picking up one book and one magazine. I ended up picking up The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I read this book several years ago and I remember loving it and feeling like it was the perfect fall read, and I've been wanting the chance to read it again. I don't have my copy anymore because someone had lent it to me, so I just wanted to pick up a copy of my own and reread it. I also picked up this gorgeous bread magazine from Better Homes and Gardens. It reminds me of a magazine I saw last year that I didn't end up picking up. So when I saw this one, I really wanted to have it. I love baking and I'm always trying to learn a little bit more about baking, especially when it comes to something like bread, which is pretty specialized. But flipping through this magazine, there are so many beautiful recipes in here. Honestly, every single one I'm tempted to make. Speaking of baking, I really wanted to make some mini squash pies. So for my pies, I roasted 4 small honey nut squashes, which are mini butternuts that are a little bit sweeter and have a bit of a nicer flavor to them. I roasted those on high heat until the squash was all caramelly and very soft. Then I blended the squash so that it was ready to go in the pie. So when I was done with the squash puree, I had about 400 mils. So I mixed that squash with 2 eggs, a half a cup of brown sugar, a pinch of salt, 3/4 cup of evaporated milk, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of nutmeg, a dash of cloves, and a little bit of ginger. And then I baked them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. The tops did end up cracking a little bit, but the taste was incredible. These were so good and they didn't last long in my house before they were all eaten up. The following weekend, I planned a trip out to Prince Edward County to visit some wineries and do some biking. So we started off our trip by biking through the fall leaves on a small bike path, and we were the only ones there. It was really relaxing. And we stopped at lots of different wineries on the way. Lots of them are really old, or they have some sort of interesting features on their property that made it really fun to look around. This particular winery is in an old transformed barn, and they have it all decked out with this gorgeous luxe furniture, and the contrast is just really interesting. We saw some beautiful countryside during our bike day. We had an amazing lunch at one of the wineries and even had a little cocktail at a pop-up cocktail bar too. Seeing the fall colors out there was honestly so stunning, and I would definitely go back to Prince Edward County again. One of the most known tourist destinations is Sandbanks Provincial Park. We'd never been before, so we decided to go check out the sandbanks, and they were really cool. These giant mounds of sand formed over years and years of wind. The view from the top of the banks was incredible, and you're looking out over Lake Ontario. It was just really peaceful and a gorgeous place to visit. During our stay there, we enjoyed a beautiful breakfast in a stunning century home, and we were the only ones at breakfast. And I really love old homes, so having the opportunity to visit them, look inside, and eat breakfast there was honestly so lovely. One of the distilleries we visited was in an old century home too. So I really enjoyed sitting beside this home underneath the shade of a giant maple tree with orange leaves on it, just sipping on some cocktails, relaxing, and enjoying the cool, crisp air. Later that weekend, we continued our trip onwards and we stopped in Almonte, which is a historic town just outside Ottawa. And I've been wanting to visit this town for a while because it's one of the historical centers of the textile industry in Ontario. So historically, a lot of the textile mills were here, and you can even visit the old textile mills as well as a modern textile museum today when you go visit. In the textile mill, they still had all of the old equipment that they used to use when spinning threads, making yarn, and weaving cloths together on old looms. They had all sorts of interpretive exhibits up, as well as photographs, and it really helped me understand what it would have been like to be a mill worker at that time. Highly recommend to check out the small towns in this area like Almonte. They have lots of beauty to offer, and they're just a really peaceful place to go visit. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. I really hoped you enjoyed seeing everything I did this fall. I had so much fun spending time outdoors, enjoying the fall colors, doing experiences like the historic village, visiting small towns that I don't normally get the chance to go to. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like videos like this, please subscribe, and please let me know in the comments down below if you like this vlog style video. I don't do a lot of vlogging or sharing of my personal life on this channel, but if it's something that you enjoyed, I'd definitely be open to doing it more often. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!